Frank Margiotta is going to be a write-in candidate for Ward 3 councilor position coming up on November 2nd. This all happened very quickly, so glad that we got to grab Frank just in time for this. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. Yes, everything was very quickly. I was taking my kids swimming on a Saturday, and then a lot of stuff, just started to happen, and I was like, all right, let's do this.
Right.
So
And now we know that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kory.
I was going to say, we know that Adam Orlando was the candidate for Ward 3 councilor, a spot left vacant by the outgoing Steve LeBlanc. And Adam withdrew officially on October 18th. And the same date you decided to throw your hat in the ring.
Correct. Yes. And I spoke to Adam. It's unfortunate what, the circumstances, what happened with him. I do feel for him. He was very passionate and really did want to help the community, and was running unopposed to become Ward 3 councilor. So I do feel for him, and I spoke to him and gave him my condolences.
So just to sort of clarify this, you are running as a write-in candidate.
Correct. Yes.
So what will the ballot look like in Ward 3?
So what would happen is there'll be Adam's name. He'll still be on the ballot. And then there'll be a spot for write-in. From there, my team is creating stickers to put on the ballot. So that way I would have my name and my address, and that would be considered to be a ballot for the write-in candidate, which would be myself.
So that's legal, that you're allowed to put a sticker on the ballot?
Yes, it is. I would have to be so many distance away from where the voting is, but the team is allowed to put the stickers on it, or the voters are allowed to write my name in either Frank Margiotta or Francesco Margiotta.
Great. Great.
Whichever they would prefer to do.
So Frank, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I was born and raised in Gloucester in Ward 3. My dad was a fisherman for over 40 plus years. My mom stayed at home raising 3 boys. I am the middle child so I have an older brother and a younger brother. Both went to Gloucester. All 3 of us went to Gloucester High School. All 3 of us are raising families here. So it's important for me to sort of give back to the community that I grew up in and had a wonderful childhood in. After high school, I moved to Rhode Island to attend Johnson and Wales University, where I got my business management degree. And then from there, I wanted to, what Gloucester people say is, go over the bridge. So I moved to California. I wanted to try something new. So I moved to California for almost 7 years. And then I moved back to Boston to get a job for 2 years. And then I had an opportunity to work in New York City for a hotel there. And then worked there for 4 years, where I met my wife, Jessica. We've been together for almost 7 years now. And then when we had our first child, we decided New York City wasn't the place for us. Hustling, bustling, carrying a stroller up and down the subway stairs was a lot of work. So we wanted to move back to Gloucester, and that is where I am from. And I just knew in my heart this is where I wanted to raise my family. And we have expanded our family. I have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 2-month-old.
Oh my gosh.
So
wow.
very busy, 3 under 4. We just wanted them all to play together. So there is a lot of running around the house and snack times.
So Frank, I would love for you to explain to us your thought process over the weekend, maybe. Like what took you from, oh, Adam's running as the Ward 3 councilor, to, oh my gosh, maybe I should do this. What was going on in your head, your wife? What conversations between you and your wife, your family? How'd that go?
So this is something that I've talked about for multiple years. Again, wanted to get back to the community that I grew up in. And then it really we just started talking. I'm like, I want to run. What do you think? Can we, is it going to be feasible with the 3 kids and, working a full-time job, and my wife working a full-time job? And we both looked at each other, and I think as anything in life, if you want something, you got to work hard for it. So with her blessing, we came to the decision that let's just go for it. I think this was the a good opportunity to try. And the good thing is the opportunity to put my name out there for those in Gloucester, especially Ward 3, to hear my name, to hear my views on what I believe in. I just want great things for the community and the city to continue to grow and move forward.
So Frank, let's talk about some of those things you want to improve the
Mhm.
community in your neighborhood in particular.
So one of the things I want to do is continue working with the parks. With 3 young children, I definitely want to work with the parks and have safe streets. The school, sorry, having these signs that, kids playing in the street is important to me. Would not want anything to happen to my children or anybody else's children. Working on potholes, working on safer streets, more lightage in certain areas of the ward to help out to people feel safer in the area. Um, Clean parks, waterways are important to me. Supporting local small businesses. I want to see them grow. I know that with COVID, I believe all families and businesses had a hard time, especially me being in the restaurant business. Only in the beginning, just being in the restaurant business was us being shut down for the time being and trying to figure out how to support my family and budget that. Then opening up the restaurants, it was just takeout. Again, managing my time, managing how to help my employees. So, because they have bills and all that stuff. So all that stuff with COVID, if I want to get back to the small and local businesses, I can. And economic development for the downtown area is important to me. We have a lot of cool, amazing local shops and hard workers, and I would love to see them grow and help them be there for for a long time.
Mhm.
So are there any people in local government that you are looking to sort of model yourself as? Anyone you
I
admire
great.
in local government?
Yes, yes. The current Ward 3, Steve LeBlanc, I talked to him briefly the other day to let him know my interest, and he's been doing it for a while. So that's something that I admire about him, and he's done a lot of great things, and he's the current, president of the councilors as well. So I would love to continue to work with him and learn a lot from him, along with the other counselors. One thing I want to do with all the counselors is work together as we are one team, and we obviously want what is best for Gloucester. So working together, learning from them, and being learning from them, being able to learn from the past counselors and keep in contact with them. For Steve, I know Sean, the counselor in Magnolia area. He's been
Nolan,
doing for quite a bit, and he enjoys it. I'm getting to know him a lot more. So those are the things I'm looking to do.
nice.
Look forward to.
So, and lastly, Frank, what is your direct message to the voters in Ward 3 come November 2nd?
So I want all the members and all the community from Ward 3 to understand that they can come to me. I will take their concerns very seriously. Um, I'm not working against them. We are working together. I am their voice. So I want them to feel comfortable, talking to me, expressing how they feel, and knowing that I do want what's best for the ward and the community itself.
I have one last question, Kory. You
Yes,
had so I am assuming that you are probably the youngest person running for city council right now. Is that right?
I don't know.
Well, close, maybe.
Close to.
So
I'm pretty close. Yes.
yes. So I would love to hear you say something about what that means. I mean, bringing up the next generation, it's really important that younger people get into government. Do you want to provide us your comments on that?
I think it is important for the younger generation, including myself, to run for these certain positions and make their voices heard. Um, because a lot of decisions that the older people do make will affect my family. So I want to be a part of that. I'm going to have fresh ideas. One of the things that with my campaign is making sure that we're able to work with both sides, bipartisanship. I really want to be able to be neutral, have my opinion and my community's opinion matter. again, the fresh ideas that are important to us. It's just something that we see in almost our federal government, that we might need a lot of younger people working in there for these new ideas to re-energize what is going on and to move forward and not be stuck in certain ways that local or federal government has been doing things for quite a bit.
Well, Frank, we appreciate your effort in working to become a public servant. I know the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty crazy. Luckily, you don't have to debate yourself, so you'll be in pretty good shape there. And we appreciate your time. This is Frank Margiotta, and he is running as a write-in for the Ward 3 councilor position. Thanks again, Frank.
Thank you very much.